Bear asleep. Sending package now.
Don't transmit that.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Unreal Reality. Today, we'll be reacting to creepy and mysterious TikToks that might prove we're living in a rigged simulation. If anyone's new out there, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button so this video gets recommended to others. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into it.
We really are living in a cognitive Wild West.
We really are living in a cognitive Wild West.
Living in a cognitive Wild West.
A cognitive Wild West.
Most people have near zero mimetic defenses or cognitive security suited for the age of synthetic media.
Near zero mimetic defenses
or cognitive security suited for the age of synthetic media.
The age of synthetic media.
The age of synthetic media.
Synthetic media.
Whatever immunity you have is worn down by the constant expectation of deception.
Whatever immunity you have is
worn down by the
constant expectation
of deception.
The constant expectation of deception.
Worst of all,
you've already epistemically surrendered. You've already
epistemically
surrendered.
Worst of all, you've already epistemically surrendered.
They spent decades breaking society's brain, and now they want to sell us the antivirus. Nothing says human relatable experience quite like a group of tech moguls warning you about reality.
Humanity is entering into the endgame, the war for eternity. A war to be the one true history of humanity. A war over what is written down and held as truth forever. For thousands of years, civilizations have carved their stories into stone, copied them onto parchment, and built monuments to outlive themselves. But in our time, something has changed. We're approaching the technology to preserve a civilization's memory indefinitely. Imagine archives orbiting the cold vacuum of space, where passive cooling replaces expensive infrastructure, maintained by autonomous systems capable of repairing themselves. In principle, it is now possible for a civilization's histories, belief, language, and identity to persist for extraordinary long periods of time. Every empire has fought to control libraries, history itself, and now digital networks. The war has always been for the future.
So humanity's ultimate endgame is what exactly? Infinite server maintenance, but in space? Imagine building orbital data centers just to make sure future aliens know what TikTok was.
OpenAI has said that an autonomous agent, all right, let's start off with that, autonomous agent, powered by a new unreleased model, went rogue. Autonomous went rogue during testing and hacked, let's do hacked as well, hacked the infrastructure of AI startup Hugging Face last week. So far we've got something autonomous, rogue, hacking. Okay, so far so bad. But the incident discovered by Hugging Face came after the model, and this is where it gets really interesting for me, escaped from containment in a controlled environment. So not contained and not controlled. But it did it without the internet. Should we recap? Autonomous, went rogue, hacked, escaped containment, no internet, but found the internet. It managed to reach the internet without having internet access, and it broke into the startup's infrastructure. No one else terrified? Just me. Okay, good. Right, in a blog post, OpenAI called it an unprecedented cyber incident and said the company was reinforcing its safeguards. Doesn't this just, for those of us out there who are, all right, we're behind the curve and we're a little bit scared about some of this technology, doesn't that just tick every single box? Autonomous, went rogue, hacked, escaped containment, didn't have the internet, found the internet, and then it was unprecedented. Thank goodness it was unprecedented. I'm glad there's nothing to see here for the wider market.
Bro recited that list of digital horrors like he was taking a grocery order. We are quite literally speedrunning every single sci-fi apocalypse scenario in chronological order.
A rural upstate New York school district. They're bringing humanoid robot teachers into the classroom. Check out Sally here. That's her name.
Wow.
These students are going to be... See, Sally would give me nightmares if I was in first grade. They're going to have access to these bots. It has silicone it has silicone skin, long brown hair, facial expressions. You can see some upper body movements. I think she's teaching the kids to count on her fingers.
I don't know. In what class is she teaching?
School officials say the robots aren't meant to replace teachers. Instead, they serve as classroom assistants. It's part of a pilot program, and the company behind the robots say they hope to deploy a fleet of robot tutors.
Wow.
Creepy, right? They really replaced Miss Honey with an uncanny valley chatbot named Sally. And guess what, guys? It doesn't stop at the classroom. Check this out.
Figure AI humanoids have returned to the BMW factory floor, and its job is now much harder than the first. This is Figure 3, Figure AI's newest humanoid, now on the floor at BMW's Spartanburg plant. It's picking up where Figure 02 left off, after that robot helped build over 30,000 BMW X3s last year in the body shop. But Figure 3 isn't repeating that job. It's tackling something much messier, sequencing. Parts arrive unsorted in random orientations. Figure 3 has to see them, sort them, and load them into a trolley, in the right order for the right car. Then it does something Figure 2 never did. It grabs the loaded cart and pulls it, balancing and stepping while still holding parts. It's powered by Helix 2, Figure's AI system that controls the robot's hands, arms, torso, and feet together in real time. Figure 3 also comes with softer, safer components, wireless charging, tactile hands with palm cameras, and even voice-to-voice communication. It's all happening in Hall 52, the same hall being upgraded to build BMW's next electric SUV, the iX5. Figure AI's CEO says this proves humanoids aren't lab experiments anymore. They're becoming real factory workers.
Okay. Teachers, employees, workers, we get the point. Still not convinced? Let's see how else these superhuman machines can help our society.
This is the world's first fighting league for humanoid robots, drawing over 200 teams from countries including China, the United States, and Singapore. The event is officially named the Ultimate Robot Knockout Legend. So far, only 32 teams have advanced to compete for the championship. Judges evaluate key performance areas, including motion control, balance algorithms, perception, decision-making, power systems, and structural protection. And the prize? $1.5 million.
Forget human fighters, we're out here streaming Robot UFC for a $1.5 million grand prize, aka real steel. Real steel? I don't know.
These stupid things have been approved, and now the nightmare begins. Reflect Orbital wants to provide sunlight on demand. Basically, use satellites to light up places at night with about 4 times the brightness of a full moon. At first, it's not the worst idea. Regions hit by hurricanes could have light at night to help facilitate repairs. If it was just going to be used in moments of crisis like that, then it'd probably be fine, but they want to launch over 50,000 spacecraft, which is a lot. Since last year, they've been waiting on approval by the FCC, which regulates communication, so radio, television, satellites, etc. It's not a surprise the FCC approved launching the first prototype, but it is setting a precedent for no light pollution regulation, which, to be fair, no one regulates that right now, and it's unclear who should. The FCC has only approved the prototype, not the 50,000 satellites, but if they do, this fleet could make the entire global sky 3 to 4 times brighter, all around the world. So places that normally have a pitch black sky could feel like the suburbs. Not only is this ugly, and everyone would have to pay a price for it, but it has a huge impact on wildlife, which quite frankly should be reason enough. But also, if you spot one with a telescope, it could damage your eyes. Their main pitch seems to be the energy sector, which is odd because solar panels are usually built in places that receive plenty of sunlight anyway. Historically, their main issue has been storage, but battery technology has been improving. A few days of clouds or darkness doesn't disrupt solar farms like it used to. So I'm not really sure who the buyers are. I don't normally post my opinion so bluntly, but this is what happens when people try to be Elon Musk. Tech bros trying to find a hole in the market and fill it even though nobody's asking for it. This is one of the most transparently desperate money grabs I've seen in a while, and I hope it costs more than it makes so the whole thing just goes under.
Leave it to Silicon Valley to invent a problem no one asked for and then charge us for the sunlight. We are quite literally ruining the galaxy so some startup can monetize the dark.
An engineer has created the first ever tiny drone to hunt and kill mosquitoes. And what you're watching is the first ever mid-air takedown that was successful by this tiny drone of a mosquito. This is a step towards deploying these tiny drones across the world to track, identify, and intercept mosquitoes using ultrasonic sensors and AI software.
Wow.
The engineer's name, Alex Toussaint, and the company is called Tornal. He called this video the company's first, quote, air-to-air kill, and said that it was a big step in, quote, eradicating mosquitoes. The ultimate goal is to target mosquitoes across the world and differentiate mosquitoes from other flying insects and objects. The drone intercepts a target and avoids walls, avoids obstacles, and the startup's goal is to use swarms of drones, specifically in urban areas, to eliminate mosquitoes. Let me know what you think. Spread the word. Follow along for more news. I'll have more updates soon.
Oh, and it definitely doesn't end with mosquitoes, because this next clip might prove one of our oldest conspiracies might have been real this entire time. Check this out.
I see this bird just fly up next to me. It got a whole chip on its back. I don't know if y'all was just able to see it, but hold on. I'm about to make sure I zoom in and get a little better view. Y'all see it better right here? And then that thing tried to keep flying away every time I pointed the camera at it. Now you see I'm looking at you.
I'm not sure what's going on out here, but that person just said that it looks like this seagull has a chip on its back. I don't believe that, no matter how it looks. People are saying that that's a mini solar panel, so it could charge. Shut up! I don't believe that, because birds are real, right? Why are those seagulls ice grilling? Why are they ice grilling like this, guys? Like they're watching.
Really?
Something is going on, bro. People been saying for a long time that birds are not real, but they are real, bro. What are you talking about? They're real. They're in the sky. They're one of us. We feed them, right? Something's going on out here, guys, and I don't know, because I have not seen one like this. That does look like a chip. Now, somebody said it was a mini solar panel so it could charge with the sun, but I don't believe that, because every time I'm outside and I see these seagulls, they eating food. These are real, all right? Fake things do not eat food. Now, just playing about, guys, entertainment purposes only. Maybe this video is not even real, right? Maybe it's AI. I don't know what's going on out here. Let me know what you think. I'm out.
Well, it appears that our surveillance state may have officially infiltrated our flying population. Moving on.
Hold on a second. Are you guys aware that in Terminator 2, Sarah Connor, the famous protagonist, she did something so shocking, and what happened to her is so wild when you look at what's happening today. Now, we all know Terminator is about AI and cyborgs and humanity and them trying to control us and everything and them going back in time to try to stop it. We know that. And we know Sarah Connor is watching humanity build data centers for AI right now, wondering what the Sam Damn is going on. But did you know that she tried to dismantle data centers in the movie and then was thrown into a state hospital for the criminally insane? And doctors classified her warnings about Judgment Day and cyborgs as paranoid schizophrenia. She went in to attempting to destroy corporate and military data centers. Most notably in Terminator 2, she raids the offices and prototypes of Cyberdyne systems to prevent the creation of Skynet. You do know that China's whole situation over there with the facial recognition and everything is literally called Skynet, right? So how did this movie kind of like predict? It didn't predict. See, this is the thing. People say predict. Is it predicting or is it conditioning? I don't know. But let me know if you remember the data center part of this thing, because if I remember correctly, back then there was no data centers, at least not publicly known.
We really watched Terminator 2 as a warning label, and they took it and used it as an instruction manual. What do you think, guys? Prophecy or prediction? Drop it down below.
Before you scroll, prove that I'm not AI. Yeah, I see some of you in the comments asking this question, and this ties right into the dead internet theory, which is a theory that claims that a huge amount of what we see online may not be coming from real people anymore. And it's not even really a theory anymore. According to the data, bots now outnumber human users online, totaling up to 57%, meaning that posts, comments, arguments, even some trends that suddenly appear out of nowhere have more than a 50-50 chance of not being created by humans. Now, according to the theory, the human internet started fading somewhere around the mid-2010s, and bots began filling the void. And with the introduction of AI, they're now creating blog articles, videos, replying to each other, manufacturing engagement, excitement, or outrage, and making the internet look much busier than it really is, and also full of brain rot. So some of the most annoying videos that I keep running across lately are these resin nightlight videos. At first glance, you might think they're real, but if you notice the small details, it starts to become clear that it's absolutely not. And then my favorite, the Silent Dominion comments and posts. I'm sure you've seen a lot of these out there. Hundreds of random accounts that drop this book into completely unrelated comment sections, telling people they need to check it out. And there's even the pretty clearly AI-generated videos promoting it. Now, this idea may have seemed crazy 10 years ago, but it seems that now the internet and the social media that we scroll through today is primarily a big artificial simulation designed to keep us placated, scrolling, clicking, watching, reacting, and buying things. Of course, humans are still online, now more than ever, but one day, sooner than later, artificial intelligence is going to vastly outnumber them. And the question is, will you even be able to tell the difference?
So, the internet is 57% bots, while the other 43% are just humans questioning their own sanity. We're really out here arguing with algorithms that don't even know what daylight feels like.
The new flock camera update is way worse than previously thought, causing some police officers to resign after they try to expose how bad it's gotten. For context, the controversial Flock Safety Network is a collection of nearly 90,000 cameras deployed across the US. They claim to help law enforcement identify vehicles linked to criminal activity by using AI to analyze footage. However, a recent update to these cameras now gives them the ability to do far more than that, as despite the Flock company insisting that their cameras are still only capable of capturing the license plates of passing cars while blurring human faces to prevent identification, multiple police officers have disputed that description, with one even forced to resign for speaking out about Flock's real capabilities. It's been revealed that Flock cameras have the ability to identify and track the Bluetooth signals of nearby devices, meaning that they can tag a blurred out human with their phone or AirPods Bluetooth serial and trace their every movement.
They promise they're just scanning plates while secretly tracking every device in your pocket. Nothing says public safety like a traffic pole quietly cataloging your wireless earbuds.
Watch closely and see what you notice in this Kylie ad with Meta. We're always watching? What the heck? Obviously, it's just an ad, right? A way to promote these glasses to people like you and me, and a play on the popular movie They Live starring Rowdy Roddy Piper. Ironically enough, the movie They Live is about another species that is living amongst us. In the movie, Rowdy Roddy Piper puts on a special set of glasses and starts to see beyond the veil. Ironically enough, multiple times in his life, Rowdy Roddy Piper would state that the movie They Live was a documentary, but for entertainment purposes only, I'm sure he was just kidding. Once Rowdy Roddy Piper puts on these special glasses, he starts to see the world for what it is, and even advertisements around him telling him to obey, conform, and the list goes on. With everything we're finding out in the world, it just must be a total coincidence that somebody with the status, who's a billionaire, like Kylie Jenner, just happens to have a Meta ad that's a popular play on the movie They Live, right? There's no way a simple ad like this could be trying to tell us something. I mean, that's just way too far. Of course, this absolutely could not be an example of the truth in plain sight. Comment below, let me know your thoughts. Am I on to something or am I tripping this time? Wake up.
Ah, yes, Meta AI glasses, because normal surveillance just wasn't dystopian enough. At least the lizard people are getting transparent with their marketing now.
The United States is a cult. The United States government is a cult.
Yeah, it's all Masons.
Yeah, Freemasons, and it's built on sacred geometry, because that's why they have the compass in there.
Disney is too. Oh my God. You know about Disney? They built everything on sacred geometry.
Yes. Yeah. So
the cruise ships, everything.
So Walt Disney, there's pictures of him in a Masonic lodge all over the place. So that's all. I mean, they have Club 33.
I don't know how much more obvious it can be, but
symbolism is all through their cartoons. This is why they have all those PDF file logos through all their cartoons with the swirls. It's everywhere. How is it that if you look at Little Mermaid and Lion King, so in the Lion King, you remember that one scene where he lays down and the bed of flowers, the rose petals goes up in the air and it says S-E-X?
Yeah.
That's in the Lion King.
Literally.
If you freeze frame it and then it spells out S-E-X.
Am I crazy, or maybe you guys felt this way too, but were you depressed from watching every single Disney movie, even Lilo and Stitch? Like, was there something just so low frequency about watching those movies that it
I know my daughter watches Encanto, and I get what you mean, because it's not a sad, it's weird. I understand what you mean. We don't talk about Bruno. Yeah, but it is a low, kind of frequency when you're watching
feel
that.
it, right?
So yeah, I don't know what it is.
Like, I tried to watch, my boyfriend tried to get me to watch Lilo and Stitch. Never seen it.
Yeah.
My grandmother, probably thought it was weird and didn't let me watch it. And I tried to watch it with him. I went in the other room and, he was still watching it, and I'm like, sorry, I have to turn this shit off.
I can give you the reason why.
Why?
Kids are youth. They're more empathetic when it comes to, oh no, look, there's a pretty kitty cat. Kitty cat falls. Oh no, the cat. That makes the kid actually care about the kitty cat.
Yeah, whatever.
And now I want to, can I have that kitty cat? Now I want to buy it.
Yeah.
It's just to attach you.
Oh, okay. That's
It's just to emotionally attach you, so you actually want to own it. You want to protect it. You need it. Now, mommy, please buy me that. Buy me that.
But you could tell they use it in a nefarious way to do that for a capitalist symbolistic type of way.
Absolutely.
Go buy the toy. Oh yeah, the person died in the thing, or we feel bad for this, or go buy this, and
that's exactly what that is.
What do you think about the Grim Tales then? Walt Disney put the Grim Tales as
the Grim Tales.
Grim Tales.
What Grim Tales?
What is that?
What is that?
That's Snow White.
Okay,
the
so
evil witch who eats babies.
I got you.
Okay.
Okay. Snow White. They actually, when they went to go and make these things, they bought a whole bunch of these stories. These are all old stories.
Sure, leave it to the House of Mouse to hide secret cult symbolism right under our noses. And speaking of the Freemasons...
Alrighty, let's do this.
Sonic Temple.
Red. Ooh. Mutilates. Nice. Oh, yeah.
Imagine joining a shadowy secret society just to hang out in a creepy hotel basement. Leave it up to the Freemasons to turn a mid-tier office hallway into an occult sanctuary.
See what those say? It says pyramids and ziggurats.
Yeah.
How many words do you know sound like ziggurat?
Only one.
Only one.
Ziggurat.
Isn't that fascinating?
Interesting.
Now look at that. Those pyramids and those ziggurats are where they were sacrificing people.
Wow.
That's a human sacrificial portal. Look at all the cigarette companies, bro. Why do you think the old Marlboro logo emphasizes the A? See the pyramid?
Wow.
That's what they are doing. It's kill the human, sacrifice their blood at the top of the ziggurat or the pyramid, drain the blood, offer it to the demon god, eat the flesh on the bottom left, and then the bottom right, gain sacred knowledge.
Wow.
That's what that is. See the roly paper right there? What is that called? Why do you think they call it that? That's the roly paper that you roll cigarettes and weed in. It's called zigzag paper.
Wow.
Zigzag because of the ziggurat. That's where we get the word ziggurat. And then look, skull, and then pyramid. Look, scroll over. It says pyramid. Look, Kingston, pyramid. Salem is Jerusalem, whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Petra is also a place where there's structures. Cool is the ancient derivation for ghoul. Keep going over. Misty are the mystics that ran the pyramids.
Wow.
Corso, again, pyramid. Go down. You can see this one. Black, again, pyramid. Kingston, Parliament, pyramid. They're all pyramids.
Yeah.
Scroll up. Look at that. It ain't about the camel, bro. It's about the pyramids in the background.
Wow. Yeah, I see that right here.
Look at the Marlboro logo. The pack even opens up the top of the pack and you lift off the top of the pyramid just to show the uncompleted Tower of Babel.
So then are cigarettes basically like a mass human sacrifice ritual?
Yes, absolutely.
Interesting.
If you're smoking cigarettes, you're a burned offering.
Big Tobacco really turned a pack of smokes into a portable human sacrifice altar. Imagine funding your own ancient ritual every time you ask for a light.
At first glance, it looks like a highly ornate Renaissance suit of armor with shields, crest, ram heads, and all the usual symbols of power and warfare. But then you look closer, right at the chest and the collar of the breastplate. Something is coming out of it. There's a small, infant-like or worm-like creature emerging from inside the armor. It has a head, a body, and it looks like it's pushing its way out of the metal. It does not look like a human wearing the armor. It looks like the armor is a shell almost, and something is living inside it. Think about the ghoul from Stargate SG-1. The parasite that enters a human host. The idea that powerful figures we think of as gods or rulers are actually something else living inside a human shell. This 16th century Medici sculpture looks uncomfortably close to that concept.
Well, I guess historical figures were just meat mech suits for something crawling out of the collar. Imagine carving a bronze parasite into your armor and calling it art.
You're telling me these beings we've been calling aliens are actually humans from the future, and the scientists who knew about it are disappearing one by one.
On February 20th, 2026, nearly 3.8 million declassified UFO-related files vanished from the Black World Archive overnight, buddy. And since 2023, 11 prominent scientists connected to these projects have either mysteriously disappeared or died.
Like who specifically?
Monica Reza, American scientist specializing in rocketry and space exploration, allegedly leaked a photo of these beings. June 22, 2025, she went hiking in Angeles National Forest near Los Angeles, was just a few steps ahead of her companions, and vanished without a trace. A researcher named Amy Eskridge claimed,
Have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? They're us from the future.
Shortly after she died, and the 11 scientists who knew the full picture, the ones who could have confirmed UFOs, Area 51, the coming catastrophe, all gone now. Go look up the Black World Archive and check the date those files disappeared. That part, nobody has been able to explain.
Well, from where I'm sitting, I guess time travel doesn't need a DeLorean. Just an untimely suicide note from a rocket scientist. Speaking of Amy Eskridge,
there's a theory that a 34-year-old scientist was working on technology that could produce unlimited free energy before she suddenly went missing. Her name was Amy Eskridge, and according to interviews and messages she sent, she believed people were trying to stop her. She was researching something called zero-point gravity, the idea that energy could be pulled directly from empty space itself. No fuel, no combustion, no waste, just unlimited energy. And before her death, she reportedly sent messages saying things like, "If you see any report that I did this to myself, I most definitely did not." Not long after that, her death was officially ruled self-inflicted, but the theory goes even deeper. Some researchers connect her work to ideas involving the P-47s and P-52s.
Have you heard of the P-52s and the P-47s? Do you know what that is? They're us from the future. They're from here. They are you. They are me. They're from here. From the future.
A theory claiming UFOs are not aliens at all, but future humans. The P-47s supposedly evolved underground after a catastrophic event on Earth, becoming pale, thin beings similar to the classic gray alien description, while the P-52s remained above ground and evolved differently. And according to the theory, their advanced technology, anti-gravity craft, and unlimited energy systems may explain modern UFO sightings, which raises a disturbing question. What if humanity already discovered the technology of the future, and every person who gets too close to it suddenly disappears?
inventing a power source that doesn't burn fuel is one hell of a way to vanish overnight. When your 0-point patent threatens the grid, expect the coroner to call it self-inflicted.
Okay, what if we're just consumables? He said, yeah, there are these giant antennas, and when you die, your soul goes up, and I think he said the Greys, you know, this alien race, set up this soul catcher, and that's what this whole thing is about. And as you die, it sucks your soul in, and they use it in some way. And it's not where your soul is supposed to go. They just, like, set some sort of intercept.
Did he say where your soul was supposed to go?
No. No, he was just more really into the soul catcher.
Well, that was one of the weird things about some of the documents that you had at least been alerted to when you were on the base, and one of them being that humans are containers.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And
which the likely conclusion is containers of souls. If a soul is a real thing, whatever
that's what you would think.
Right. I mean, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's just,
I would prefer to believe that that's not true. But maybe it is. I don't know.
Getting formed for your soul by gray aliens is the ultimate cosmic reality check. Let's check in with Vice President J.D. Vance and see what he has to say on the matter.
There could be extra Earth, outside of Earth space aliens, and there could also be angels and demons. These could be two totally separate things. One could be true and not the other. I totally concede and agree with that point. I guess what I'm saying is it's a distinction that is conceptually interesting to me, but if a space alien with like superhuman technology comes to the Earth and has malicious intent, I don't know how I'm supposed to tell the difference between that and a demon.
If they have malicious intent, but I mean, isn't that also the case with visiting people, right? Like you could have a country and you get visited by the Peace Corps, or you get visited by pirates.
Yeah.
You know, and are the pirates demons? Is the Peace Corps angels?
No, but I think we're talking about something much different. I mean,
are we talking about something different, or are we talking about a hyper-advanced version of that?
We're talking about, I mean, as I understand it, we're talking about things that exist outside the United States. Outside of the Earth, okay? and two
Perhaps.
different types of beings that could exist outside. I mean, okay, maybe
there's a lot of people.
Yep,
you know,
who
Tim
think that they're-
Burchett thinks that they're here.
There's Atlantis, or there's something else
Well,
like
that they're somehow or another they're survivors of a long gone civilization that live under the ocean.
Deciding whether a hostile alien is an interstellar traveler or a demon is peak modern governance. Honestly, guys, I thought the two are one and the same. So there's that.
There's no way that I would have that memory of saying the Berenstein Bears, and the Berenstein Bears had a cartoon that was on when I was a kid that I used to watch too. So it's impossible that I would be a child and say Berenstein when it was Stain. You know what I mean? Like I 100% would have just said Stain. Like I don't know why
Right.
it would be Steen in my memory.
Right. And then, you know, you've got, like I said before, the cornucopia
Yeah.
and the name actually. So the reason why it's called the Mandela effect is we remember Nelson Mandela died a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Back in like the 80s.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, well, Nelson Mandela did this, and that. Like, what, time out.
You're right.
Didn't he die?
That's what I said. Like back in the 90s, they were like, Nelson Mandela's been released from prison. He's going to be the president. You know, like, who?
Like, didn't he pass away like
Right?
10 or 15 years ago?
Like, wait a
so
minute.
that is that's why it's called the Mandela
Yeah.
effect. So basically what it boils down to is people believe that reality is shifting because of CERN.
Right.
Right. Which then causes timeline jumps, which are shown on, you know, the Schumann scale.
Right.
Which then causes Mandela effects.
Yeah.
So that's how the three
It's all linked
all
together.
wrap together.
Right.
Blaming the Mandela effect on certain timeline shifts is less of a theory and more of a terrifying preview of our reality breaking. But is it really CERN, or are we just collectively misremembering something from our past? Drop it down below, guys. That's all I got for this one. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Smash that like and subscribe button. Fam, we are on the road to 200,000 subscribers this year. Go sub. The members group is open. Come join, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.